You're Matt Smith's 301 class for communications, yes? All right. He said you might be stopping by, and I'm glad you did. I understand you have to visit the Writing Center in the OCC this semester, so why don't we talk a bit about that? If you don't know me, I'm Mike Madison, and I direct both of those centers, and I apologize for not being able to stop by in person today, but I teach at the same time. I think I'm down the hall from you in English 245, so if we can, we'll do it by video. Again, if you're going to be stopping by to the Writing Center and the OCC for this semester, I think the main point I want to make is don't think of it as a punishment. This is not something we're doing to give you more work. That's not what it's about. What we are doing is doing what writers do. You should know it's a comm class, so the idea of audience, if you're writing something or presenting something, you want to see how other people respond to it. Ask Dr. Smith. Does he turn in any book, any chapter, any article without giving it to a reader first? I'd say probably not. And it's a little unnatural to just write a paper and then turn it in for evaluation. Writing rarely works like that. So we want to incorporate the Writing Center into the process and let you have a reader's perspective. As you're doing that, another piece of advice that I'll give you. Think about what works for you in your writing process. There's no one set time that every writer should come in. So try to make it individual for you. Do you like to talk about papers and get some ideas, generate them, brainstorm with somebody? Come in early in the process. When you have your assignment sheet, come in, sit down, talk about the paper with somebody. Get some ideas. We've got some whiteboards here. We can sit down and let you brainstorm ideas. Or if you prefer, once you have the draft and then you want to talk through it, say, I have this idea, does it make sense? Here's what I wanted to say. Then come in at that stage. Same thing with fine-tuning. Sentences, citation styles, all those sorts of things. We can talk at that process. You also don't have to come in just once. You can come in more than once. But figure out what works for you as a writer. Okay? Don't forget, too, I'm not quite sure on the assignments yet, but if you are citing things, we've got MLA, APA. Communication often uses APA, but there's also a communication guide. So if that is what you're using, we do have a copy of the communication guide, so see if that's what you need. There's also one online, but we're happy to talk about that with you. Again, we'll work off the context of the assignment. So that's why you should come in and when you should choose in your process to come in. Now, what about some of the particulars of actually coming in to the Writing Center? Well, I've got some bookmarks here, and through the power of video, I can hand these right over to Dr. Smith, and he can give them to you. So, then come on out here. On the bookmarks are our hours. We're Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 4:30. We do Sunday through Thursday in the evening, 7 to 9, and we also have Sunday afternoon hours. So, now most of those times you are more than welcome to walk in, and if an advisor is free, you could sit down and talk right then. At the same time, with this class, everybody's paper is due at the same time, and if you all come in at once, that's going to be difficult on the schedule. So I would recommend make an appointment. Okay? Our website is on the bookmark as well. You can log in. If you haven't registered, it takes about 30 seconds. Register yourself for the site, and then you can choose the day, time, and the advisor that you'd like to work with for the assignment. If you have any questions about that or want us to make the appointment with you, for you, then stop in, and we're happy to do that as well. Again, we look forward to working with you in the Writing Center on these assignments. As we tell students, the Writing Center is not here because they can't write, but because they do. Now, you also, though, need to come into the Oral Communication Center, the OCC. You've got other assignments for this class that will require oral communication skills. So that is not here. That's over in the library. All right, I've been working on this, so let me see if I can't just take you over to the library, all right? Okay, the OCC. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I think that worked. Made it over to the library. And man, every time, it happens every time I do this. Hey, give me a second, I'll be right back. This is the OCC, and if you notice, we are in the library. Take a look around. You come in the front door of the library, and we're back here in room 210. So, here, come on inside. This is the OCC, and just like the Writing Center, here you can sit down any stage of the process and talk about the presentation that you're working on. So if you want to brainstorm ideas, get a sense of what you can do with the assignment, come in and we can do that. Or if you have it already put together and want to walk through it, go ahead and do that. We can talk about PowerPoints you might be using, we can talk about the words on the slide, how you organize it, whatever works for you in your process. Come in and talk with an OCC consultant. And I didn't mention this in the Writing Center. The OCC, it's the same pedagogy here. You're going to be working with students who have trained and studied in how to work with other students about oral communication projects. So they are committed, they are caring, they enjoy working on these presentations. The big thing about the OCC though, we do not have as many hours here as we do in the Writing Center. It is open from 7 to 11, Sunday through Thursday evenings. So I highly recommend make an appointment. But if you're already registered with the Writing Center website and the online calendar, it's the same one for the OCC. Just use the drop-down menu and make an appointment. I think that might be it. I don't know, do you have any questions? Actually, if you do, don't hesitate to ask Dr. Smith or find me. I am usually in the Writing Center, or my office is in 113 Hollenbeck, directly across the hall. So don't hesitate to ask. I'm happy to address any questions or concerns that you have. Again though, with the OCC, with the Writing Center, what we're doing is just trying to make this a part of your process. Get some feedback from an audience member, from a reader, see how the project is going in your process, and figure out what works best for you. I wish you the absolute best of luck with your 301 class and with all your classes this semester. So, thanks very much, and we'll see you in the OCC and the Writing Center. I'll try that again. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! It's a Freaky Friday.